Good morning, sir. I'm so sorry for the delay. We are actually okay.
Yeah, good morning. No worries. Take your time.
Uh, First of all, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. First of all, we would like to thank you, sir, for being here today to help us to complete our assignment. I would like to start by introducing myself. I'm Nazrina. I'm Nazrina binti Prem Nasir. You can call me Nazrina. And they are my fellow teammates. Introduce yourself, guys.
Hello, sir. My name is Shahmi. You can call me Shahmi.
Good morning, sir. My name is Nur Faris Adifa. You can call me Faris.
Good morning, sir. My name is Ahmad Akram, and you can call me Akram.
Hello sir, my name is Muhammad Adib Hakimi bin Rosham. You can call me Adib.
Hi sir, my name is Iqbal Bimasua. You can call me Iqbal.
Good morning, sir. My name is Chaziel Ebner. You can call me Ebner.
Hi, sir. My name is Siti Hamiza binti Muhammad Hanem, and you can call me Hamiza.
Good morning and hi sir. My name is Nur Ali Natasha. You can call me Alia.
Good morning, sir. My name is Nur Madiha, and you can call me Madiha.
Sir, can you introduce yourself?
Assalamualaikum and salamat pagi, everyone. So my name is Fernando. So I am a Filipino teacher in Vietnam, and I have been teaching for almost 10 years. And Malaysia actually is very close to my heart because when I was still teaching in the Philippines, me and my students are always going to Malaysia to attend fully residential schools international symposium. So that's, I guess, an event for science high schools of Malaysia. That's why I've been going to different schools of Malaysia as well. I miss a lot of schools in Malaysia. And right now, I'm also in charge of mentoring teachers from Europe and Asia regarding the integration of AI in education. And at the same time, I am also working with the International Research for AI, which is supported by UNESCO. And most of our projects are focusing on evaluation and integration of AI in education. That's it. Maybe you can ask questions later to know me more.
Thank you for the introduction, sir. As I told you earlier, we have prepared a presentation and we would like to present it to you now.
Oh, that's great. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Okay, sir. So first of all, I will start off by actually telling you what is IPG. As I told you earlier, we are students from IPG. IPG is basically the institution of teachers education here in Malaysia. So where we will be trained to become a teacher in the future. This institution is dedicated to training future primary school teachers in Malaysia. Its primary focus is on preparing prospective teachers with the knowledge, skills, and values necessary to teach and educate students at the primary school level. Institutions like IPGM plays a crucial role in providing quality teacher staff for the national education system. We are actually in our first year and we will be graduating in 2028, which is a long way to go. I would like to tell you why us as future teachers at IPG is important to learn about AI. It is because in the future we will be educating the future generation of technology users and developers. So we should master the knowledge and be able to use this technology wisely. And here are the contents of today's presentation. First of all, we would be talking about artificial intelligence, AI, benefit of AI in education, the potential drawbacks of AI in education, AI application, challenges and solution in using AI for education, and the conclusion.
Okay, sir. For the definition of artificial intelligence refer to the field of computer science focused on creating systems capable of performing tasks that will typically require human intelligence. These tasks include learning, reasoning, problem solving, perceiving, and interacting with the environment. Artificial intelligence aims to replicate or simulate human cognitive abilities in machines, enabling them to analyze data, make decisions, and adapt to new situations. Okay, that's all for definition of AI.
Okay, so next, for another definition of AI is, for me, AI is the simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think and learn like humans. It encompasses a broad range of technologies and techniques, from simple rules-based system to advanced machine learning algorithms. And AI also allows machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, and language translation. As we can see, actually AI can be divided into two types. The first one is narrow AI, or we call it as a weak AI, which this type of AI actually is designed to perform a narrow task or a set of tasks. Examples include speech recognition systems like Siri or Alexa, recommendation algorithms used by Netflix, and autonomous driving systems. And the second one, general AI, or we know it as strong AI. General AI refers to a machine that has the ability to understand, learn, and apply knowledge across a wide range of tasks. It is more hypothetical and not yet achieved in the practice. So that is, for me, the definition of AI.
Okay, so for the how artificial intelligence can be used in learning process. Okay, first, personalized learning. Artificial intelligence can analyze data from student interaction with learning material to create personalized learning paths. This means each student can learn at their own pace and style tailored to their needs and abilities. Okay, for the two, natural language processing and chatbot. NLP allows chatbot or virtual assistant to answer student questions and provide interactive learning assistance. Third, intelligent tutoring system. AI is used to provide immediate feedback to students, such as virtual tutors offering additional explanation or exercise based on current performance. Okay, for the last, automatic assessment. Artificial intelligence is used to assess assignment and exam, including objective assessment like multiple choice question and subjective assessments like essays. This system can deliver results quickly and consistently.
Hello, sir. For now, I will telling you what is the benefit of AI in education. Next slide. So in here we have a lot of benefit that we can see, but I will highlight maybe 4 points. So the first one is real-time feedback. AI system can provide immediate feedback to students, helping them understand their mistake and learn from them promptly. So for example, we can highlight about Grammarly. So commonly student will use Grammarly while they are typing their English essay, and the AI will correct their grammar while they typing. For next is student engagement. AI can use gamification and interactive content to keep students engaged and motivated, enhancing the overall learning experience. Moreover, predictive analytics. AI can predict student outcomes and identify those at risk of falling behind, allowing for timely intervention to support this student. And lastly is automate administrative tasks. AI can handle administrative tasks such as grading, scheduling, and enrollment, freeing up educators to focus more on teaching and interacting with students. Next.
Okay, next, visual learning aids. Complex information can be visualized quickly and accurately using image generating AI tools like Canva and more, making abstract concept more accessible for learners. For example, we use Canva as our templates for today's two presentation to make it more interesting. Next, advanced tutoring and support. AI-powered tutoring system can provide additional support to students, offering explanations, answering questions, and guiding them through coursework outside of regular classroom hours. And lastly, ethical considerations. AI in education prompts discussions about ethical considerations such as data privacy, algorithm bias, and the ethical use of the technology in learning environments, fostering awareness and responsible deployment.
Okay, so next, I would like to sharing with you and all my friends here about drawback of using AI in in education. We all know that using AI provide convenience and help us access information quickly. However, if we fail to control our use of AI, it can lead to excessive dependence. For example, we may lose the ability to think critically about basic matters. This level of dependence makes us lazy to think and always think for granted because our critical thinking skill become dull. Alright, and I will continue with the drawbacks of AI that have negative effect on its user. The first is the first is over-reliance. Over-reliance. If AI is used, okay, I'm sorry. Alright, the first potential drawbacks of artificial intelligence in education. The first one is over-reliance. Over-reliance. If AI is used excessively in their learning process, student and educator may become overly dependent on this technology, potentially to think, reducing their ability to think critically or solve problems independently. And second, digital divide. The use of AI in education could widen the digital divide between school or students who have access to this technology and those who do not. This could exacerbate disparities in the quality of education received. Then, privacy and data security. Collecting student data to exchange AI system in education raises concerns about privacy and data security. Protecting personal data become crucial to address. Then, replacement of human roles. There are concerns that excessive use of AI in teaching could significantly diminish the role of teachers, potentially eliminating the human aspect of education such as empathy and personal connection between teachers and students. And lastly is impact teacher quality. Poorly implemented of immature AI could lead to discrete teaching quality, as the technology may not always actively replace the quality of human interaction in the learning process.
Okay, next I will present about AI application that commonly used among students here. First is Canva AI. This Canva AI helps students and educators create visual appealing presentation by suggesting design, elements, layout, and color scheme that enhance the overall aesthetic and effectiveness of the presentation. The second one is ChatGPT. These apps can help us to get more explanation, solve problem, or clarify concept in subject like math, science, languages, and etc. Together, these apps also help to gather information on a wide range of topics, find credible source, and get summaries of complex concepts. Next is Turnitin. Turnitin compares submitted document against its database and internet sources to find similarities, helping educators to detect plagiarism and ensure academic integrity. Turnitin also offers writing resources and guides to help students develop their writing skills and understand citation style, improve their overall academic writing proficiency. Okay. Next, these are 3 AI applications that also famous here, but I think it's less used for a student. The first one is Quillbot. Quillbot helps students learn how to effectively paraphrase and summarize text. This is crucial for developing academic writing skills and avoiding plagiarism. Next, assist students in rephrasing sentences to improve clarity and cohesion in their writing. Second one is Metademo Lab. Metademo Lab offer interactive visualization of psychological and cognitive concepts. It also demonstrate various psychological phenomena such as visual illusion, cognitive bias, or decision-making processes. The last one is Grammarly. Grammarly can assist students in brainstorming ideas, structuring essay, improving grammar, and learning how to write more effectively. It also offers instant feedback on writing assessment, helping students understand their mistakes and revise their work effectively. This process encourages interactive improvement in writing quality. Before we go through the to a next slide, can I ask one question to Sir Fernandos? Do you have any other suggestion AI application that can help students to improve their knowledge and gain more information?
Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of AI that can be used by, teachers or even students nowadays. And the reality in our situation is that, and that is one thing that you have to take note also as future teachers. Students know more AI than we are. That's why it's surprising. For example, a lot of our students are already introducing CapCut because they're using it in their TikTok videos, but they're also using it in the school presentations. And then they wanted a more humanized version of ChatGPT. They are using the Google Gemini AI, and Google Gemini AI carefully assess and evaluate all the responses to ensure that they are providing answers that are appropriate for the culture, for the age level, or for the group of people who will be using that AI. So Gemini AI is very powerful. And then for teachers right now, we have EduSchool AI. So EduSchool AI is an application that allows you to create assessment for students, evaluation for students, lesson plans for students, or for teachers to use as well. So Edu8 AI has so many AI tools that is primarily used for teachers. So there are so many AIs that you can explore right now, and it really depends on what is your main purpose.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we will move to the implementation of AI in our institution, IPG KBM. So, AI platform and tools that are used in IPG KBM is students at IPG in our institution often utilize platforms like Canva, ChatGPT, and Quillbot to complete their assignments and tutorials efficiently. The second one is the process of integrating AI into curriculum and learning. Integrate AI applications into the curriculum, ensuring alignment with learning outcomes. Develop or adapt content that leverages AI tools such as interactive lessons, personalized assignments, and AI-driven assessments, and to train educators on how to use AI tools effectively in their teaching practices. And the third one is the practical examples or programs that have used AI. In conjunction with this subject, our subject in this institution, which is the basic learning of digital, we've done an ebook creator, which we learn how to implement this AI and apply it in the ebook for a much more interesting digital book. And this is also is a part of our assignment to use AI in our works. So this is the examples. The first one is we use AI image changer to use and changer to use our face and make it as a superhero. We use this application and platforms such as tunme.com, OpenArt AI, Deep AI, and etc. So as we can see there, I use my face as and change it as a superhero. The second one is we also use a website called Meta Demo Lab as our friend Nur Faris just now has said, which it can allows us to animate any human form or animal drawings into life. As we can see on the screen, the video, I've drawn the boy and I transfer it into the Meta Demo Lab and make it dance. So this is how we implement AI in our institution, because in the future, as we go out and start teaching and posted to any schools, it is already 2028. So our technology is also getting more advanced now. So we in the institution are taught to learn more about the AI, because we have to learn in order to teach the students in the future about the AI and technologies. So we can move on to the another slide.
Actually, sir, for this semester, we actually have a subject called Basics of Digital Learning, where we learn about AI in education and digitalization of education. So, and actually, this assignment is also a part of that subject. So, basically, we will have to use an app called Book Creator to do a digital book. And this is the example. In this book, when we are done with our class weekly, we will have to do a quick note and summarize our class in that book. So it's easier compared to traditional way of taking notes because we can actually use technology and learn to do notes, and it's easier to also refer to these notes before entering the exam hall. For example, we learn about this SAMR, and my friend here actually did a quite pretty note, and it's easier for us to understand since it's not like textbook which has long text, but it's actually in a short form. We could understand it better. And also we will have to do a reflection on the weekly learning that the lecturer give us.
Okay, so next challenge of artificial intelligence in education. The first one is privacy and data security. AI systems often require access to sensitive student data, raising concerns about data privacy and security. The risk of data breach can compromise student information and lead to unauthorized access. The second one is infrastructure and access. Disparities in access to technology can exacerbate existing educational inequalities. Schools need robust technical infrastructure to support the deployment of AI tools. The third one, cost and resource allocation. Deploying AI systems can be expensive, requiring significant financial investment. For example, not all schools have enough funds to use this AI in their schools, especially rural schools. The last one, teacher and student readiness. Both teachers and students need adequate training to effectively use AI tools. Teachers must adapt their teaching methods to integrate AI, which can be time consuming and challenging. Next slide. Solutions. The, the first one is privacy and data security. To address data privacy and security challenge in AI system for education, institutions should implement robust technical measures like encryption, access controls, and regular security audits alongside comprehensive data and governance policies and staff training. Additionally, having an incident response plan ensures preparedness for potential data breach, maintaining the integrity and security of sensitive student information. The second one is infrastructure and access. To mitigate the disparities in the technology access, schools can seek funding and grants to provide necessary device and internet connectivity to all students. ensuring equitable access to AI tools. Additionally, investing in robust technical infrastructure and leveraging community partnerships can help support and sustain the deployment of these technologies across diverse educational environments. The third one, cost and resource allocation. To address the financial barriers of deployment AI system in school, especially in rural areas, institutions can seek grants, public funding, and partnerships with private companies to share costs and resources. Additionally, using open source AI tools and phased implementation strategies can help manage expenses and gradually integrate AI into the educational framework. And the last one, teacher and student readiness. To ensure effective use of AI tools, schools should provide continuous professional development programs for teachers, focusing on both technical skills and pedagogical strategies for AI integration. Additionally, creating peer learning communities and leveraging online training resources can help teachers and students gradually adapt to and effectively utilize AI in classroom.
Okay, so now let's take a look for another challenges in using AI for education. So first of all, as we know that there are some students who take advantage in using AI to complete their tasks such as assignments, homework, and so on. They usually copy text directly from the chat GPT and paste into an assignment or paper without proper attribution. So actually this action can be considered as a plagiarism. And the second one is students rely on AI too much for learning and decision making. And this behavior may reduce actually student autonomy and critical thinking skills. Balancing AI role as a supportive tool while fostering independent learning and also problem solving abilities is essential. Then next slide. Okay, so then for the solutions, actually students must be disciplined and have integrity while using the chat GPT just for searching the information and then expanding the sentence by using their own word and not copy the text directly from the chat GPT. And the second one is solution is technologies act just for giving information and make our life become easier, but humans still have to use their abilities to solve some problems that AI cannot do. So that it's
So we moving on to results in application of AI. So the first one is improve student engagement. AI-powered tools such as interactive educational games and virtual tutors and all the other applications we said before have increased student engagement by making learning more interactive and enjoyable. For example, the book creator we create, uh, the reason why it's better than conventional notes because it is personalized by ourselves and it is more we can customize it like our will like our we can make it enjoyable ourselves. Next is data driven insights. AI analytics provide educators with valuable insights into student performance, helping them identify learning gaps and tailor their teaching strategies accordingly. So, as we know, students have they all unique. They have their own advantage and disadvantage. So, with AI, teachers can detect their advantage and can manipulate the data and can help them to get to their op- to their highest performance, optimize their what you call it uh potential. Yes, their highest potential. So next. So the future of AI application in education. So first one is advanced personal learning. Future AI system will likely become even more sophisticated in tailoring educational content and learning paths to individual students, further enhancing personalized learning. So let's say if I want to learn something new, I just can learn it through AI. I doesn't need to go to school to sign into new class with a teacher. I can learn it myself. Next one, immersive learning experience. The integration of AI with virtual and augmented reality can create immersive learning environments, allowing students to experience subjects like history, science, and geography in a more engaging and hands-on way. So in the future, there doesn't is no term like boring class like history or science because teachers can use AI to make their class more immersive and more interactive.
As a conclusion, AI has the potential to revolutionize higher education, making it more efficient, personalized, and accessible. However, educators need to be aware of challenges of AI, including the potential for bias and over reliance on technology. By leveraging AI responsibly and ethically, educators can enhance their teaching and engage their students in new and exciting ways. As an educator, I am excited to see how AI will continue to transform higher education in the years to come. So, I would like to ask you a question. Recently in Malaysia, I think the news of students who doesn't want to continue their study or pursue their study has become something that has been increasing because they prefer to become influencers or people who are well known in social media. Do you think the usage of AI can actually increase their interest in learning?
That's a very interesting question, and I guess we have to see it in a lot of perspectives. Yeah. Firstly, with these young generations, I guess a lot of them are aware that most of the jobs that will be available in the near future might not be available at this moment. That's why they are resorting to such. And let's be honest, being an influencer, it can easily give you easy money, right? And sometimes you just have to learn the proper skills with it. And I guess one thing that a lot of kids or a lot of students right now are looking forward, which is also a very big challenge for us, you future teachers and for us teachers, is that how can you make sure that they are still motivated to go to school? Because right now, AI is accessible wherever you are. So why go to school? And that's why with the United Nations proposal regarding the guidelines for the usage of AI, we have to prioritize pedagogy over technology. And that is the main purpose of us teachers, most especially you primary teachers. You don't need to create AI for a wonderful video for students to watch for the whole lesson. The students wanted to feel your presence as humans. And that is one thing that I guess we have to continue on doing as educators, allow our students to interact with humans, and those humans are teachers who can feel emotions, who can allow them to interact, and who can allow them to really fully realize that AI provides information, but in terms of emotions, in terms of connections, that makes us human is also very important.
Thank you, sir. Do you have anything to comment about our presentation just now?
Oh, actually, I wrote a lot of questions. So, are you ready? Of course, right? I was told that I will be listening to your presentation, so I guess it's a must for me to ask questions, right? So right now, the main question or main issue is that they allow the use of AI specifically for secondary schools. Considering your major as primary school teachers, what is your take on integrating AI in your classroom? I want to know that. Because right now, European schools, they are totally against it. They wanted to emphasize it's not appropriate on those levels at the moment. So they are only highlighting the use of AI in classrooms for high school students. So what's your take on that? Should AI be integrated in your classrooms as future teachers and primary teachers?
As of me, sir, I think it should be integrated because since all of us know this generation kids, they actually love technology way more than we do. So I think to make them enjoy the learning, we have to definitely integrate that so that they actually have interest in learning rather than just sitting and listening to us talking and teaching using the whiteboard. If we use AI, they would be more excited to learn.
So if that's your take, is there even a high chance then that we don't need physical classrooms since technology will make it happen then? What's your take on that?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, if you're very open to the usage of AI in your classrooms, it means your kids doesn't need to go to school then. Everything will just be provided by technology since it's fun. They can do it in their bedroom, in their living room, or in the park.
But I think if we don't have a physical classroom, students
Mm-hmm.
don't actually learn. For example, back when we had COVID,
Mm-hmm.
when all of us had to learn from our home, I don't think all of us actually listened to what our teacher said. Instead, we just enter the Google Meet and just sleep or eat or something. So I don't think that is actually a good idea because not
Mm-hmm.
everyone will take the responsibility to learn.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Indeed. So, balancing AI is very important. And with your ebook proposal a while ago, considering that you are primary teachers, how can you make sure that students who learns best with watching, who learns best with listening, will feel your ebook interesting? We have different learning styles of students, right? What if a kid doesn't like reading and they find your ebook interesting? How can you improve it?
I think in that ebook we shouldn't only include text, but we can
Mm-hmm.
actually include videos, visuals, depending on the preference of the students. Do you guys have any answer?
Yeah, I want others to answer. This is a group presentation, right?
For my opinion, I think the book creator must have variety of items, not only not only video, not only visuals, graphics,
Mhm.
not only text. We must uh, combine it into so it will be balanced.
Mhm.
It's
Correct.
not only for visual. Students who like visual doesn't only for students who like reading. So it can be used by any students.
Correct. So that's really becoming a very big challenge for us also right now. That's why right now a lot of teachers are using different tools wherein they transfer text to speech, text to video, and text to audio, which is free and which is readily available online where you can also take advantage. Kids nowadays are so intelligent. I just recently found out that they're even learning using TikTok, which I am so surprised. And then when I tried creating my own account on TikTok, I'm so amazed, how can a teacher present a very good lesson in just 1 minute with a very good graphics and amazing presentation? And I have been telling, some of the teachers that I have been mentoring, they need to have a TikTok account just to see how students learn nowadays because it's really aligned that let's be honest, having a discussion for 30 minutes it's so boring, but I'm so impressed on how TikTok made it in 1 minute and it made me believe it. That's why I said, wow, it's amazing. And then with those different challenges right now done by TikTok, for example, the Ahsoka challenge, those kind of things, it's becoming really something that is a platform where teachers should also learn from because the way TikTok create these kind of videos are really amazing. Yeah. Next one. Are you ready for my next question? Okay. This is a very personal question. Right now, way back in the Philippines and Vietnam, they are struggling with motivating teachers or motivating high school students to become a teacher or to study to become a teacher. So what made you decide to become a teacher, considering that a lot of people around us are telling this job might be lost in the near future? Are you ready for that? Or what made you still stay with, studying to become a teacher? Anyone can answer. It's a personal answer, personal question.
So sir, from my point of view, in Malaysia, it is so hard to find a job. But our institution, IPG, when we enter IPG, we already secure a job from us. So after we graduate, we do not need to fight with others to find a job.
Wow, that's impressive. So you're still interested to working in Malaysia then? Are you planning to go outside Malaysia?
Uh, for me, maybe I will pursue my study to master, and maybe I will fly to overseas in the future, maybe.
I see. Yeah. So next question. Right now, for example, in the Philippines, a lot of teachers are motivated to become influencers. So online influencers. Do you think that will also be your job in the future, aside from teaching? You will soon become influencers as well.
Maybe no, because our institution have a, what we call that, wait Oh, maybe no, because our institution have a rule that we cannot expose us on social media.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I guess that's my question. You can ask me question. I mean, that's the reason why you invited me, right? You ask me questions.
Sir, I would like to tell something since just now
Mhm.
you told about teachers becoming influencer.
Mhm.
I think nowadays there are actually teachers who are also a part-time influencer.
Mhm.
It's not a bad thing to be an influencer, but it's about how you carry yourself and what are you influencing.
Mhm.
Like for example, an influencer who I know, who is also a primary school teacher, she actually shows everyone her daily life as a teacher, which actually might bring out the interest of people in becoming a teacher. So I think it's not a bad idea also.
Mhm. Okay.
So we have also prepared a few questions to ask
Go
you.
on.
So now
Yeah.
we will be doing that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sir. May I ask you questions?
Sure.
So,
Mhm.
in your opinion, what percentage does AI contribute to your method teaching in your daily day? Like,
Yeah. Right now, in Vietnam, they totally allow teachers to use AI, fully, because there are still no rules and guidelines about it. But on my personal note, I only use 30% of it. Just like what you said a while ago, teaching history is very boring, and I am a history teacher. And the main challenge for me is really to ensure that students are fully aware of, getting the ideas on the lesson, basing it on how we relay the stories. And the usage of AI, I use it partly for my assessment, but nowadays, one thing that my students really appreciated is that I allow them to fully use ChatGPT or any AI. But the moment that they will be in the classroom, they should be ready to answer my questions. So most of the examinations I've done in my class is it's open notes, but make sure you're ready to answer my questions on the spot in the classroom. So that is where we evaluate how they learn from those information, because it's so easy for them to get information. The main question among our students is how to process it. And that is where our classroom comes in. Let them bring a lot of information. Let's discuss about it. Let's process those information, and let's focus on the evaluation regarding the understanding. Remember, for the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Learning or knowing, with AI, they can easily acquire 100% of it. So let's move on to a higher level. Analyzing, creating, visualizing, and understanding. So that's what I always tell my students. You can bring anything or any information that you have, but make sure once you are inside my classroom, you can answer my question. And most of my questions, it's not easily answerable by AI because I connect it to the real life situations that they have. So for example, most of them research about gender equality among different countries. And then my question will be focusing on the situation in Vietnam, the situation in their community, those kind of thing. Because I guess as teachers, we have to accept the reality that a standardized test, that's what universities does, or entrance examinations or national examinations does, it won't work for this generation anymore. Because for them, it's just so easy to get those information. That's why how they process the information is the best thing that as teachers can do. To answer your question, 30% AI, 70% me.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Sir, may I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
I'm really interested when you said we as educator are human and have emotions compared to AI. So can you elaborate on how students who, let's say, they study fully with AI without any teachers or educators, how can it affect them in the future?
That's a very good question. So there was a study conducted in Europe nowadays, wherein they allowed a group of students to fully learn AI alone, compared to students who are having a teacher, a human teacher, and they found out that there is a big difference regarding our perception with AI. A lot of people are saying AI can make our learning personalized, but the reality it does not. AI can make the learning customized, but teaching with teachers can make learning personalized. So there's a very big difference between customized and personalized. That's why when I went to Europe and presented my research in front of many teachers, I have been emphasizing that as teachers, we have to allow our students that they are humans. They need to think humane, and they need to consider that all their actions are part of the humanity. So human, humane, humanity are the keywords that I have highlighted during my presentation in Europe, which I guess is something that we should not set aside. Um, I also observed, I created more on a project with my students regarding identity and culture. Surprisingly, the way ChatGPT or the way Microsoft AI interpreted our culture is totally painful for students to watch. For example, they just posted or they just placed a Vietnamese student learning inside the classroom. And then suddenly a photo of a Vietnamese student with, you know, a very sexy body. And then why is it that when we say Vietnamese student, it's always a female? And then when they say a very intelligent Vietnamese student, it's always a male. That's why, there are so many setbacks when it comes to the usage of AI. And that is our role as teachers. We need to allow our students to evaluate the way they use AI, same as true with us teachers. That's why I always ask the first question every time I'm starting my presentation to students and uh, to my co-teachers. Are you human? And every time we go to the internet, there's always a very big question, and we always have to take it seriously. How can you prove that you are not a robot? This kind of thing, right? There are so many captcha right now, but yeah, it's a realization. how can we prove that we are not a robot? That's it. Yeah. I hope I was able to answer your question.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. May
Hi.
I ask
Yeah.
you a question?
Sure.
Is there any rural areas or rural school in Vietnam now?
A lot.
Oh,
I
sorry.
mean, go on. Yeah.
Second
What's your
question.
question?
Yeah. Uh, in your opinion, how as educators, how are we to improve to implement this AI in the rural areas they are very difficult to get any to experience any technologies in their areas.
Yeah.
What's your opinion about that?
That's a very interesting question. I guess it's also similar in Malaysia because most of the time I've been visiting schools in Kuala Lumpur. In Kuala Lumpur. But when I went to Terengganu, when I went to Kota Baru, there is a very big difference on how they perceive technology. And I guess there's also some sort of culture affecting it. And similar to Vietnam, accessibility to AI is not yet available to many. And there are so many rural areas here in Vietnam, also in the Philippines. I guess one thing that we have to prioritize first is the teachers, ensuring that they will have an access or idea about AI. Because nowadays, the reality, just like your presentation a while ago, generative AI has not yet reached its full potential. So, meaning all of us are part of the experiment of AI. And if we will not allow other people or more people to be involved in this kind of evaluation of AI, the more that there will be a big disparity or difference between those who are in the city and those who are in the rural area. So right now, there's a very big movement on exposing teachers regarding the power of AI. And one thing that I appreciated also in other countries, for example, in European countries, is that since the cities have most access to AI, they are expected to produce the resources so that these resources that they have created will be shared to the different community. So I guess that is one thing that we also have to encourage from different countries or community. For those who can access AI, create those database, create those different information that you have, and share it to the other community. And it will cost you nothing because everything is generated by AI. The only thing that you will do is share the information, allow the people to have access to it. So in that case, they may not be the one providing or giving the prompts to ChatGPT, but what ChatGPT had provided can be shared to the teachers. And I guess that is also a very powerful way on at least reducing the gap when it comes to access to AI. But the reality right now is AI is creating a very big gap or difference between those who are in the city and those who are in the rural areas, which is very difficult. And let's be honest, in terms of language as well, right? English is not our native language, and most AI are generated using the English language. So, how can you teach a rural student to create a chat GPT prompt wherein it can provide the best result if, in fact, the language is also a very big problem? So, there are so many things that we have to consider regarding this AI. And yeah, we are still on the stage of experimentation. So, I hope by 2028, when you will be the teachers of those generations, it's more on ready and it's also more on better for your part because teachers right now, I guess you can see it from your teachers in your current university, they are stressed with AI because it's not easy to learn AI considering our age. We're getting older and learning this kind of thing, it's so difficult. Yeah, that's why. I hope I answered your question. It's too long.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, can I ask you a little bit personal question?
Yeah, sure.
What makes you interested in learning more deep in AI?
Oh yeah, that's also a very good question. One thing is that I am totally against AI when I first started learning about AI because I keep on telling it's too early for us. Why do you keep on allowing us to become experiments of AI? And it's so unfair. And on the part of me as a teacher, it it makes me lower my credibility as a teacher as well, because I'm always being compared to AI. That's the reality of the situation right now. Students are comparing their teachers to AI, which is very bad and very, disappointing. That's why it gave me an idea. I need to learn more about AI. I need to know more about it so that at least I can give an answer to my students and I can provide a better way to teaching them. And I also wanted to, find ways on how to address the different misinformation provided by AI, because it's just too painful for me seeing students having emotional problems because of how, AI provided those kind of answers. Most especially nowadays, these teenagers, it's so hard for them to talk to teachers or parents. Some of my students are even using AI to ask for consultation regarding mental health, regarding love life, regarding relationships. And it's just so painful because the responses are very robot, and that is something that I really wanted, to explore, to have more knowledge about, because I cannot change this kind of mindset if I don't have any idea about AI at all. And this AI allowed me to be connected with teachers from different countries. That's why I'm with you right now, because I met your professor way back in Slovenia. And I guess this is one thing that I really appreciated when it comes to learning more about AI.
I have one
Mhm.
question.
Sure.
As an educators, have you experienced challenges while using the AI, and what kind of challenges you face?
Yeah, when ChatGPT was first introduced, actually it was not available in Vietnam during that time. I have to use VPN so that I can access it. And one of my biggest challenge is how to do prompts properly, how to talk to ChatGPT, to the point that I ended up as if I'm really talking to ChatGPT as a person, telling, "Hi ChatGPT, I need your help. How can I help you?" And partly it works, but at the end of the day, it's so hard to learn the language of AI. So that is one thing that I'm really worried about until now, because now I'm exploring the use of AI from text to videos. It's not easy. It's very stressful. And then I'm also trying to use AI when it comes to my assessment. It's not easy as well because it doesn't meet my expectations. So those are the things that I'm really worried about. Learning to know the language of AI, learning to talk or communicate with AI, and learning to ensure that AI is align with what is expected to me as a teacher. That's why right now, teachers in Asia and Europe are creating projects, which I guess your professor is also part. We're learning about AI and learning with AI. So there are so many teachers who are interested in learning more about how AI works, and then there are also teachers who are interested on how to integrate AI in their classes. So these are the two ideas that I've been working on right now, and I am mentoring teachers from Malaysia, Brunei, Croatia for this project this year.
Okay, sir, I have a question. Are your students getting more used to AI, or are they still preferring the conventional way of teaching?
Surprisingly, in my school, they really prefer the conventional way of teaching. I'm very happy about that, because I've been asking them every now and then, shall we use AI? Should we deal with AI? And they keep on telling, teacher, it's too much. Can you just talk with us about it? And there is a very strong desire for students to talk to their teachers. And that is one thing that you have to be ready when you will be in the field, because those are the things that they cannot get on a day-to-day basis, even at home. So for them to have someone to talk to, for them to have a teacher whom they can rely to, is very, very, very important. And that is really one thing that I appreciated with my students, considering I'm even a Filipino teaching in Vietnam, and there's a totally big different culture. But when it comes to the desire of students talking to the teacher, that is one thing that we have to appreciate, because most of these students, their parents are working, no time to talk to them. Most of these parents allow them to use computer. They only talk to their friends on online gaming. So the way they see teacher as someone whom they can talk to is something that they are always looking forward. And right now, kids, they are so intelligent. They can easily get information. But the way you provided feedback is what they are always waiting or looking forward. So for example, they will be a lot of my co-teachers are using AI to assess or give feedback to the students, which the students can feel it's very AI. That's why students are asking back, teacher, can you give me a feedback? Can you ask or can you give me some sort of advice about this thing? Those are the things that students nowadays are looking into. They are not really much into AI because they know they can do it at home. So what they're looking forward is something that they can only have it in school, and that is the presence of the teacher.
Okay, sir. I have a question.
Yeah, sure. Hi.
In your opinion, let's say when we are posting as a teachers, like to some place that not have like internet connections or like
Mhm.
village, do you think it's stable to use AI for our students, or how we can apply AI in our teaching for them?
Yeah.
So you have to unmute your mic.
Okay, sorry. So just like what I've said, thank you for the question. Just like what I've said a while ago, access to internet or resources to rural areas is really very difficult. How much more of AI? So really creating a network of sharing these resources is very important. Not necessarily internet, but when it comes to the products produced by AI. So that is what different organizations of teachers are doing right now. If Are you aware of OER? OER stands for Open Educational Resources. So these are the resources created by teachers around the world where it can be shared to anyone. It can be used by anyone, and it can be accessed by anyone once they download all the resources. So that's the very good thing about OER. And OER is one of a good way of providing or giving access to AI to different schools. That's why right now a lot of teachers are encouraged to do that. So for example, in US, they encourage teachers that their lesson plans should not only be in their schools, it should also be shared to others, because these lesson plans can give a very big impact for the other schools or other states or other cities or other villages. That's why creating these different resources where everyone can access or get used to it is very important. So with I guess we can also promote the use of OER. We call it as the Open Educational Resources, and there are many companies doing that. Remember during COVID, even Harvard provided a lot of resources, Cambridge or MIT. So it's almost similar with OER. So I guess that is a good way for us to, reach out to people who don't have internet access or AI access as well, for them to get used to it, to get access to these resources. Are you already starting to do some sort of lesson plan at your year right now or not yet? Do you know how to learn? I mean, is your university already teaching you how to do lesson planning, or it's more on the different theories about educations?
As of the lesson planning, we haven't started, sir, but I
Mm, I
think we
see.
will be starting very soon.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, because the most popular AI right now that is used by a lot of teachers. If it's okay for me to share, I'm not allowed. Okay.
Yes, sir, you can definitely share.
Okay, let me check. Yeah. So this one, they call it as an EduAid. It's created by teachers for teachers, and they have all the activities here, regardless of language, as well as what they have promoted. So, for example, you're just going to create some sort of unit plan, and you can just simply click this one, and then you can already create the prompts that will allow you to create a unit plan. It can even enhance so that it's appropriate for AI, and you can already start creating one. So even evidence statements or different activities for teachers and for students, even those students who cannot access proper lesson, this is being used by a lot of teachers right now. And then in terms of reviewing the students, in terms of providing activities, in terms of different kinds of lesson plan, rubrics, or even assessment is already provided. So right now, this is the kind of AI that is being evaluated by a lot of teachers. So maybe I guess you can start exploring it if in case you'll start with lesson planning in the future. This is just an example of, how AI can be useful for teachers.
Thank you for the sharing, sir.
No worries, yeah. By the way, how old are you now? What age group? Sorry, if it's okay to ask.
19, sir.
Okay, around 19 to 20, I guess.
Some of us are 19 and some are 20, sir.
Okay, got it. You're even better because way back in the Philippines, I started teaching at the age of 20. I finished the university at the age of 19. So yeah, and my first students are 16 years old. That's why that was a very big challenge on my part during that day. They see me as their bro, but yeah, good thing I survived. And now I'm still a teacher. Do you have any more questions? Or everything is asked already?
I have one more question for you, sir.
Okay, sure.
How might AI shape the future of education and learning environment?
Oh, that's a very powerful one. I guess the term save is not the right word. Maybe assist education and the learning environment. Because, if we use the word save, it means we will fully rely on it. That's why I better use the word AI can assist the future in terms of, changing learning environments. And when it comes to seeing if it's effective or not, we cannot definitely answer it at the moment. Just like what I've said, we are all part of the experiment, whether we like it or not. That's why let's just hope that there is a better rule or guideline when it comes to the usage of AI, so that it can be used properly. Because right now, with the prompts that you're putting in Chat GPT, they are storing it. All the information that you are providing are stored by Chat GPT. That's why it's very dangerous, because they can easily use it for different information. So if you're watching the news right now, Apple just integrated Chat GPT in their software, right, or OIS. And one person who is totally against it is Elon Musk from Tesla, because he's worried that if this information are shared by two different companies, how can we ensure data privacy? How can we ensure that all the information that you're putting in your iPhone and Chat GPT will be used in the right way? That's what European schools are very much worried about as well. That's why right now, even European schools, it's not easy for them to use Chat GPT, because they have to follow the proper guidelines. And those guidelines are very powerful, because we don't want any information from our students to be shared on those database, because it will be very dangerous for them and for their future as well.
Sir, I would like to ask another question. Based on your answers and explanation, I can see your passion for teaching. So, if you don't mind sharing, why did you choose this job? Why did you choose to become an educator? And what advice would you give us as future educators?
Yeah, wow, it's a very personal question. Yeah, firstly, in my family, none of my family members decided to become a teacher, and that is the only dream of my father. He has been telling, I don't want an engineer, I don't want an architect, I don't want a chef, I want a teacher. And that was the pressure given to me by my father. And partly, I really have no idea what university or what major should I choose for university. And by the time that I graduated, I did an assessment and evaluation, and I guess I'm more on aligned into teaching because I also love history and I love talking, as you can see. So those are the two qualities that allowed me to continue teaching. And my advice for you as future teachers, staying in the classroom is very boring. So you have to go beyond that. You know, I have so many friends whom I guess in our batch of 250 teachers, only around 99 are still teachers at present because it's so hard for them to see themselves just staying in the classroom being a teacher. And when I say do not stay just simply in the classroom, it means um, it also doesn't mean that you have to be promoted as a principal. No, you have to look for opportunities outside the classroom. And that is also one thing that I appreciated, you know, being a teacher. There's so many opportunities outside Malaysia. There's so many networks of teachers within Malaysia that you can take advantage from. Because if you are going to be stuck in the classroom, even if you're getting married, if you're going to have your family already, but you're still a plain teacher, it's so hard to balance it. It's so hard to survive if you're just going to stay in teaching alone, if you're just going to stay being a teacher. That's why I would highly suggest that, you know, look for opportunities that will balance out and that will explore more of your potentials. So one of the main reasons why I still stayed in teaching is that aside from teaching students, I got interested in teaching teachers. I got interested in doing projects with other teachers. I got interested in attending events related to teaching. So those gave me a boost, you know, for me to keep on staying in teaching. I've been teaching for almost 10 years. It's not easy. You know, people have been always asking, you're still a teacher. People have always been questioning, what's next for you? And I'm at the age of 30 right now, and I'm really scared, to be honest. I'm scared if I'm going to pursue teaching, because if that's so, at the age of 30, once you continue becoming a teacher, you cannot move to another, or it's so difficult for you to move to another profession. And I eventually realized I will still be with teaching, but I will always be open with other opportunities because it matters to talk to teachers. It matters to talk to students from other countries, and it matters to know that you are not alone in the field of teaching. And that is one thing that I want you, you know, to keep on exploring. Because if you will stay in teaching or stay in your classroom alone, your knowledge will be limited as well. Let's be honest about that. You know, your mindset will be closed as well. So the more you open yourself, the more you appreciate teaching, and the more you love, you know, exploring the different wonders of teaching as well. So please don't just stay in the classroom. Open yourself, talk to other teachers, and explore many opportunities.
Is there any more question, guys?
Yes, sir. Can I ask you for your experience as an educator, right? Okay.
Yes.
As a teacher history, what the most challenging in the teaching process to ensure students remain focused in the class? Because we are considering that history is filled with the
Mhm.
facts. So what your best method teaching to make they stay focused in the class?
Yeah. So one of my trademark as a history teacher is that I focus more on breaking news because these are the topics most of the students are discussing about. And I'm using different information online, Google Trends, uh, Twitter trending topics. So those are the topics that I use and then connect it to some sort of historical facts. Because right now, students are filled with misinformation about history. And for them to get interested, connect to what they are experiencing, connect to what they are watching, connect to what they are reading. So for me as a teacher, it's really a very big challenge. Whether even though I hate Twitter, I hate TikTok a lot. I even hate, you know, online shopping. I have to deal with it, you know, because those are the things that students find it interesting. And I even tried to the point where I have to check why are they so interested in online gaming? Why are they so interested with Mobile Legends, with Free Fire, with those kind of different online games? And it's a big help for me because there are so many historical connections with those different things that they are using, even with the products that they are using. So for example, a lot of the students are using different perfumes, and then the name of perfume, it's very fancy, but if you're going to look at it, it's part of their history, those kind of thing. So I guess as a teacher, always connect to the present, or as a history teacher, connect the past to the present for them to realize that is very important to the future. So that's what I've always been telling my students. As your history teacher, we don't just simply talk about past. Let's learn about the past, let's connect about the present, and let's decide what's best for the future with these situations.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, so I think that's it for the question. So now can all of us take pictures?
Yeah, that would be great. So for those who doesn't turn on their videos, please turn on. I wanted to see you as well. Who will take the picture?
Me.
Okay, good. Please share it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wait,
Mhm. One more. Yeah, it's too serious.
Okay,
Okay.
freestyle.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, done.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir, for being here today and helping us with our assignment. Thank you.
Sama-sama. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. And sir, is there anything for the last time you want to tell us?
I just want to thank you. I have always been wanting to talk to pre-service teachers, and I always want to get connected to Malaysians. I miss Raya. I miss Ketupat. I miss Rendang. That's why Malaysia is special place to my heart. That's why it excites me to talk to you. And thank you for the invitation. I appreciate your questions. I appreciate your presentations, and I am amazed with your ebook. So keep on doing the great job, and please stay with teaching. Okay. Definitely, there are so many joys of being a teacher, and you will soon explore it. And you're all amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Welcome. Sama-sama.
Thank you.
What's next?
You can leave the meeting already, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah. Goodbye. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you,
You're
sir.
welcome. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Korang jangan keluar dulu. Kita tangkap gambar kumpulan.
tak lah kejam kau.
Mana Adib?
Adib dah keluar.
Dari tadi ada masalah kan?
Aduh ni. Paling lewat masuk paling awal keluar. Pekerja contoh. Dah.
Suruh dia masuk balik.